Today we have with us this beautiful 2023 Toyota Sequoia in the Platinum trim level. This SUV is a blast to drive. It looks amazing, has a very bold presence on the road. It's efficient and very spacious for the entire family. As we begin the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please comment your thoughts of the video, of the Sequoia, anything in general you'd like to share in the comment section. Feel free to comment that as you're watching. Smash that thumbs up button as you're watching as well. And be sure to subscribe today so you don't miss any videos just like this in the future. I'd also like to give a big thanks to Younger Toyota of Hagerstown, Maryland. For the next 24 hours, I have this 2023 Toyota Sequoia with me. I'll be doing some extensive testing on it, doing a review. I'll be doing a look at the inside-outside engine performance. I'll be getting shorts for YouTube, lots of content for you all to see, plenty to come of this SUV. And it is for sale at Younger Toyota in Hagerstown. I'll be returning it there tomorrow evening. But until then, we're gonna have a great time with this SUV. The first thing that I have to compliment of this particular Sequoia is the beautiful color that this one is wearing. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is known as supersonic red. As the sun is setting, it has a beautiful glare in the sunset. Absolutely beautiful. We do have several colors to choose from. The 2023 Sequoia is available in a color called Ice Cap, another color that is known as Wind Chill Pearl, Celestial Silver Metallic, Lunar Rock, Army Green, Solar Octane, Magnetic Gray Metallic, Midnight Black Metallic, Smoked Mesquite, the Sonic Red that we have with us now, and a blue color known as Blueprint. So in total, we have 11 colors to choose from. We've got 5 trim levels as well that we are able to pick from with the 2023 Sequoia. Starting out at the lower entry level, we have the SR5, priced at MSRP of $59,865. Some highlights of that one are going to be 18-inch alloys, Toyota Safety Sense 2.5, and then with the SR5 also is a standard 8-inch Toyota audio multimedia touchscreen with an 8-speaker audio system. Next up from that, we have the Limited. Starting MSRP for Limited is $66,265. And highlights of the Limited trim are going to include 20-inch gray painted and machine finish alloy wheels with Softex trimmed leather seats, 8-way power adjustable driver and front passenger seats. And then with that Limited is also a 14-inch Toyota audio multimedia touchscreen with an 8-speaker system. As mentioned, we do have the Platinum with us here. The Platinum is going to start out at $72,465. That is going to give you some highlights such as 20-inch alloy wheels, 265 60R20s. These are machine finished black alloy wheels. And we do have premium LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, and sequential turn signals. Also with the very well-equipped Platinum is going to be a power tilt slide panoramic roof with power sunshade. Most of my time having the Sequoia today, driving it around this afternoon, I've had that panoramic roof open. Gives a lot of extra light to the cabin, and it's really enjoyable to have that feature. If you're looking for a more off-road oriented Sequoia, TRD Pro is available, starting at $77,565. TRD Pro is going to give 18-inch TRD Pro matte black forged aluminum BBS wheels with TRD center caps. Also giving you TRD Pro off-road suspension with 2.5-inch Fox internal bypass coilovers and rear remote reservoir shocks, and TRD Pro front stabilizer bar as well. And also with the TRD Pro, you have the black Toyota Heritage grille with integrated LED light bar and amber marker lights. Looking at this one here, it is super well equipped. So you might think to yourself, hey, how much more loaded can a Sequoia get? Well, top of the line trim above the Platinum here, and even labeled on Toyota's website as above the TRD Pro, is the Capstone trim. Capstone has a starting MSRP of $76,865. With Capstone, you get 22-inch dark chrome and machine finished alloy wheels. So you get another 2-inch bigger wheel than this one has right here with us today. Also with the Capstone, you have leather trimmed seats with premium contrast stitching, 10-way power adjustable front seats, and power extending running boards. So Capstone obviously has a lot more standard. You will definitely be impressed with the power that the Sequoia has. Apply your foot to the brake, push the power button, and it will power up. Hood release right down here to the left. Let's hop out and take a look underneath the hood at the powerful powertrain making this Sequoia move. Fully hydraulic hood. And this is the iForce Max twin turbo V6 hybrid powertrain. Very impressive, 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque. And let me tell you, after driving this SUV, it grips the road so firmly. It hugs the road like a sports car, except for it's an SUV. You're driving around in this giant SUV that just grips and hugs the road very tight and securely. It reminds me from time to time, as I took several corners with it, merge ramps, country roads, things like that, and taking off on a corner, the way it grips the road, it almost kind of reminded me of Ram TRX, another torque monster truck. I know that might sound crazy, but it is an absolute blast to drive. I encourage you, if you're looking at a Sequoia, to go out and test drive one, because that might be what pushes you over the edge to buy a Sequoia. This powertrain, giving you all that power, is still very efficient. It is paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability. And you do get 21 miles per gallon city and 24 on the highway, with a combined average of 22 miles per gallon. And get this, you still can tow up to 9,520 pounds. With being that efficient, that is extremely impressive. If four-wheel drive is important to you, then just figure in an additional $3,000 into the price of your Sequoia. Let's hop inside the Sequoia and take a look at the luxurious interior. Notice these power folding running boards as we step inside. As we've been walking around talking about all the features that this thing has, you probably are enamored, I'm sure. I know that I am. But wait till we get inside. You're gonna be even much more impressed with the Sequoia. Our power driver's seat, beautiful leather interior, and we do have blue stitching, nice perforation throughout, comfortable bolstering. On the driver's door, we'll notice our brushed chrome door handle, and also the brushed chrome insert here, our memory seating controls, power windows, locks, and mirrors, soft to the touch armrest area with that blue stitching, another soft to the touch area up top here with stitching, and a brushed chrome insert there. Right here we have more of a stitched area with an insert. I am really loving the interior of this Sequoia as well. Taking a look at this center unit, this is a huge display system. We have a 14-inch Toyota Audio multimedia touchscreen with 14 JBL speakers, including subwoofer and amplifier. This is a great quality system. I've thoroughly enjoyed being able to play my favorite songs and music on this system throughout the afternoon of having this vehicle. It's crystal clear, it does not lag at all. I do have my iPhone plugged into it, so that is the Apple CarPlay that we have right up on the screen. The quality of that screen is very clear as well, not just the audio, but the screen itself is very clear. If we tap the music button right there, we can go ahead and click Enable Audio.
Stretch your food dollars, look no further than your neighbor's road.
And you'll notice the layout of this screen is on the right side, favorites are listed, and then we have the option to go to FM. We have all stations categorized. We have Christian, classic, classical, country, hits, news, and talk. And if you scroll all the way down, you'll see the rest of the stations listed there by category. And if we go ahead and click classic, then it'll show FM stations that are classic stations in the area. So we can just navigate to the style of music that we want to listen to. Go back to music again, then we can click Sirius XM. And it'll take me right to the last station that I had on there. Again, on the right side at the bottom, it's going to show what is currently playing, and it's also going to show recommended for you based on your listening preferences. If I click at the bottom right, it'll expand that further, have the artist listed, Elvis Presley, Big Boss Man. And I can even click notify me for Elvis Presley or for that particular song. So if you have a favorite song that comes on, clicking notify me will let you know whenever that song comes on the radio. You can go through the Sirius XM channels just like that using that button. If we go back to radio, on this right side, we can click Sirius XM again, and we'll notice that the Sirius stations are categorized as well. Music, sports, news, talk. If we go all the way down, we'll be able to see at the bottom, listening history. So you'll be able to see, it's kind of like a built-in laptop, a built-in tablet right into the vehicle's dashboard. It's pretty cool. You can see all the listening history, and you can then go to your past channels. If you're wanting to go back to a channel that maybe you don't have saved on favorites, you can also just click all channels. And clicking all channels is going to just allow you to have them listed on the right side and scroll through them. So if you want to start at the beginning, 70s on 7, 80s on 8, and if you're wanting to navigate to a specific channel, then you click that right there. Elvis Radio, Sirius XM. Very responsive system, as you guys can see there. Let's go down a little further and click on settings. You're going to be able to view the current driver, which is guest settings. So we have that, then we have personal info. We can reset all the settings to the system defaults. Bluetooth and devices, I do have my phone paired to it. There are a couple other devices paired as well. General is going to be accessibility. The screen beep, you can turn that on or off if you don't like hearing that beep. As I'm going through it, if it was my vehicle, I probably would just have it off. That's just my preference. I'm gonna leave that off for now. Just my thought. I think it's nicer to have that off, but something you can have on or off there. Keyboard, you can actually clear search history, language and units. Go back to settings, scroll down, we have notifications, software updates, vehicle suggestions, Wi-Fi. You can turn on or off your hotspot, display, automatic based on time and ambient lighting. If we turn that automatic on, then it'll actually turn to a white background there and adjust based on the time and ambient lighting. It's still light out, so I imagine that with that being on automatic, it would probably go to a dark mode, and based off the time and the light outside, it decides to go dark. I'm gonna put it back like this on dark because I do like that dark background. After having it on dark and then putting it to daytime, it really kind of stands out at you and blinds you. Sound and media, auto sound levelizer, and that adjusts the volume of the vehicle based on driving speed. That's a really cool feature. System voice, driving assist, surround sound. Our sound tuning there, we can adjust the treble, mid, bass, balance and fade. And then media, default source, display cover art, radio. We can actually go in and you can clear your radio station history. And then Sirius XM, you can hide programming, and you can actually block explicit content, hide programming with explicit content there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on, and I would imagine that right there, there's certain Sirius stations that allow foul language, very vulgar music that is played on Sirius, certain channels. I would imagine that is blocked. I'm guessing that's what that does. I haven't experienced that up close, but that sounds like what it would do. You could actually clear listening history. If we click that little car icon, we'll be able to see our latest miles per gallon, our previous best. We can go ahead and clear that data. And now, over the next 24 hours of having this vehicle in my care, I'll be able to monitor the gas mileage of the Sequoia and see how much I can average. 74 miles left on our fuel tank. Probably end up filling it up again with fuel. You can see there we have our trip range, 74 miles left until empty. Down below this 14.1-inch display, we have our climate controls. So this Sequoia has heated seats, cooled seats. It has dual zone climate controls. You have controls for the rear climate. And as I turn on the cooled seat, you can actually hear it. And I absolutely love the cooled seats. They feel so great on warm days like today. So we've got heated seats, cooled seats, dual zone climate. We've got our fan button, our different climate settings, our AC button, power button over to the right with volume, and pushing that button turns off the audio, and then you can either turn it on by pushing the button, or you can click enable audio. We've got a USB port over to the right. And then also there's another USB port and a USB Type-C port down here. Looking over here to the left at our steering wheel, we've got good grip, nice bolstering, leather wrapped with stitching, and also the perforation on the sides. Our brushed chrome insert here surrounding our controls. On this left side of the wheel, we have our phone button. If I was to have my phone connected through Bluetooth, I currently have my phone Bluetooth off, then I would be able to control it from that button right there. We have voice recognition. Weather, Hagerstown, Maryland.
Sorry, you have to be subscribed to cloud service to use weather feature. To alert.
Once subscribed to that system, then it would actually bring up your voice commands by pressing that button right there. We have our volume for the radio next to that button. This right here is actually going to be for the center unit. So we have a toggle up and down, we have a push OK, and then we have side to side. As we operate that, you can see by going up and down on the far left setting there, we have eco, distance to empty, 74 miles. Total average fuel economy, which is now saying 0 because we just reset that. Tap the arrow to the right. We have a built-in compass. Going over one more time will actually give you the radio setting, what the radio is on, the song that's being played, and the artist as well. Go over one more time, and you have some trailer brake information. If I push and hold OK, that will take me to trailer settings so I can select or add a trailer. Going over one more time to settings, we have our LTA control, PCS, BSM, our parking assist, parking sensors, RCTA, head-up display, RSA, customize right side. If I push and hold on that, that will actually go ahead and allow me to customize the gauges here on the right. So we have pitch and roll, we have boost gauges, and then tow gauges. If I switch it to pitch and roll, it looks like that. And then if I go to tow gauges, it looks like that. I'm gonna go ahead and actually leave it on the boost gauges. I think that's pretty cool. Trailer settings, trailer light check, vehicle settings, and then cluster settings as well. Language unit, speed meter, eco, music, all the different settings that we just went through, default settings. And if I go back and go up to vehicle settings, push and hold, that'll take me in there. We have PBD, rear seat reminder, TPWS, oil maintenance, scheduled maintenance. Going back and then over right here on the far right, any messages that are going to appear will show up right there, such as maintenance alerts or other things that the vehicle might be trying to tell you to give attention to. And we'll leave it on the eco mode for now. Over here to the right side, we do have our trailer brake controller. We've got our 10-speed automatic transmission, shift knob, manual shiftability. It is getting a little bit dark, so we're gonna pause the video for now and then come back tomorrow to finish up the Sequoia review. We are back today in the 2023 Toyota Sequoia to continue our review of this SUV. We ran out of time yesterday, daylight ran out, time ran out, space on the SD card ran out, battery life ran out. We were on empty, but we're back today fully charged with a free memory card and a bright sunny day to finish up this awesome review. To pick up where we left off, we have our climate controls here in the center, right below this 14.1-inch touchscreen display unit. Down below your climate controls, where you'll also find your heated and cooled seats, you'll notice that you have the button for your trailering, and if you push that over here on the trailer backup guide, it says no saved trailers, TBG canceled, push OK to add trailer. Next to that, we have our camera surround view, traction control, hazard flashers, and then 3 blank buttons right over here. If we shift the vehicle into drive, it'll make it a little bit easier to see and access the pull parking brake and also the auto hold. And that will light up on the gauge cluster over here. You'll notice the green light for the auto hold and the red light for the parking brake being on. Right behind our shifter, we'll find the 2-wheel drive high, 4 high, and 4 low, our 4-wheel drive control. Next to that is our drive mode selector. And as we turn that, you'll notice that it changes from sport. If we turn it right, turning it left is normal, left again is eco, and we have the little image of a Sequoia SUV changing as you turn that knob. Over here to the right of your shifter and drive mode selector, we have 2 cup holders with a dark grain brushed material covering those 2 cup holders. In front of that, we have Qi wireless charging and a little bit of a storage area there. Sliding back here, we have a very functional center console. We've got a small storage area right there, which would be ideal for cash or smaller things that might be of greater importance. We have a sliding tray right there. It allows you to slide that tray back, store things in there, and also access the storage to the center console without opening the entire center console. If we open that center console up, we'll find a decent sized storage area with a coin organizer, storage tray for organization, and also we'll find the Toyota first aid kit in the factory case in there. Our USB and USB Type-C ports in there as well. And even with having this shut, this little tray here, you can notice that you're still able to have the USB cord coming out without this interfering with it. And I have used the USB port in there for charging my GoPro batteries. As one gets drained, I'll switch to the other one and charge it. And this USB port here, I've had my iPhone charger hooked up to, so I can charge my phone throughout the day as my battery gets worn. A little bit further back in the rear of this center console is a section where there are 2 more cup holders. And I'd like to take a second to just point out this rear view mirror. It is a digital rear view mirror. Above the rear view mirror, we have our lift gate release for the rear. We have the open button for the sunshade, and then the open button for the panoramic roof, interior lighting controls, SOS button. The mood button right there is actually for the ambient lighting that surrounds the vehicle on the inside, all the doors and the dash. It has a bright setting, a less bright setting, and then you can turn it off by pressing the mood button there. Fold down visors with lit vanity mirrors on each side for the driver and also for the passenger. Up above this 14.1 inch display system, we do have a 12-volt power outlet and a storage tray. Looking straight ahead, we'll notice our head-up display, also indicating what gear we are in. If we look down to the left of the steering wheel, we will find lighting for the rear of the vehicle. We'll find controls for the power running boards, automatic high beams, gas door release, heated steering wheel, 120-volt power outlet control. Right there is your interior gauge cluster dimming, odometer trip meter, and control button for the rear parking sensors. Notice if I press this to the off position, the power folding running boards close. If I put it on auto, then they will automatically open. As the vehicle doors are opened and closed, they will retract. Leaving that button on the out position is going to make it to where the running boards just stay out all the time, and you don't have to worry about them going in and out constantly as you open and close the doors. The vehicle does a good job with the automatic running boards folding out, so I'm not going to put it on off or out. I'm just going to leave it on auto. In addition to those power running boards, we do have a hands-free lift gate in the rear. All we have to do is just step out to the rear of the vehicle and put our foot in front of the sensor, and the gate will open up for you. If you ever find yourself forgetting where to put your foot as you approach the vehicle, there is a little icon right there that shows you where the sensor is. So with that, all we have to do is just run our leg in front of it again, and it'll shut on its own. And giving you a few beeps ahead of time to let you know that it's about to close, so you have plenty of time to clear out of its pathway. Up front, we do have rain sensing wipers. The new Sequoia also has load leveling rear height control air suspension, and also multi-terrain select and downhill assist control. We also have an electronic locking rear differential. And with all of the safety features that come on the new Sequoia, it does give you pre-collision with pedestrian detection. It also has full speed range dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert with steering assist, lane tracing assist, road sign assist, automatic high beams, remote connect, and that is Toyota's version of the feature that allows you to access select vehicle functions from your smartphone device, locking and unlocking the doors, starting or stopping the engine, and just monitoring or checking on overall vehicle statuses. The Sequoia does have Wi-Fi Connect, Safety Connect, and Drive Connect, along with Service Connect as well, making it easy for you to stay up to date with your Sequoia's information. We do have heated and ventilated first and second row seats. You'll notice that I have my daughter's car seat over there currently. It's not strapped in because I haven't brought her in the Sequoia. But one thing that is nice about the Sequoia is you have second row bench seating or captain's chairs available. So we have the captain's chairs in this storage area in the center. So as it currently sits, we have the ability to haul 7 passengers, but if you want to get that bench seat in the middle, you are able to haul an additional passenger, making the Sequoia an 8-passenger vehicle. Super functional for the family. On hot days like today, it is nice to have these sunshades to pull up keep it nice and dim in the back of the vehicle. To prevent some glare, we can go ahead and shut the sunshade. And we'll notice that it gets pretty dark in this cabin with no glare from the sun. Down here we have a lot going on. Up top there are 2 cup holders like I mentioned earlier. We have 2 ventilation ducts, one on each side, our fan control, our heated and cooled seating controls, our climate controls there for the temperature, mode, and so forth. And then if we look down further, we have a USB port, USB Type-C, and a 120 volt power outlet. And the control for that power outlet right there is with these buttons that we covered moments ago. You'll see right there, if we want to turn that 120 volt power outlet on, we push that button and it will make it to where devices can be charged by that power outlet in the rear of the Sequoia. Looking at this rear door panel for the rear passengers, the same setup of materials continues as we saw in the front, where we have the stitching, the brushed chrome, the interior door handles matching, of course, more brushed chrome down here. Toyota didn't compromise with the rear of the Sequoia like some manufacturers tend to do, putting the better materials up front, giving you the good quality feel up front. With this Platinum Sequoia, that continues throughout the entire vehicle. We've got cup holder and storage space down here. And in order to fold the seats down, just pull that lever and they fold up all in one motion. And it's almost like you have steps to get up into the Sequoia. The running board, a step here, and then another step here, making it really easy to get up into the rear of the Sequoia. In the very back, we still have a little bit of storage where I have 2 car seat bases. If we want to put these seats up, all we have to do is just push the button and they are power fold up. We can adjust our headrest there. And then the same over here with this one. Now on this side, we'll notice that there is a USB Type-C port right there. We have a window shade for even the 3rd row passengers. 2 cup holders here for the 3rd row passengers on this side. 2 cup holders also on that side. Storage right there, and then also on that side is another USB Type-C port. Ventilation back here for the 3rd row passengers to keep them nice and comfortable in the winter and in the summer, whether it's hot or cold. And legroom is very generous back here in the 3rd row of the Sequoia. I've got about a good 6 inches or so of room to move my legs and feet around comfortably. Also, looking at my shoulder room and my headroom, my head is not touching the ceiling, my shoulders are not cramped at all, and this is a full-size 3rd row seat. It feels like it. It doesn't feel cramped or crowded at all. Looking up into the front, you can see that it is a very spacious cabin, and the truth is you might even be able to have your passengers get in without folding that seat up. Even though that will make it easier, you can navigate through the Sequoia like this because it's spacious enough to where you can just crawl around from the front to the back without having to move these seats unless you really wanted to. Again, it does make it easier to have the seat folded up like that with those steps, but it's not totally necessary if you want to avoid it for time's sake or just quickly get into the Sequoia. We've got a cargo net right here that is holding my car seat bases in place. And to fold these 3rd row seats down, all we have to do is just press the power button and they are one touch fold down. Nice rubber backing to those seats to prevent damage from occurring. And also in the very back, we have another 120 volt power outlet. Some interior lighting over there. In addition to having the sliding and power folding third row seats, we are going to have adjustable cargo shelving back here as well. Toyota's adjustable cargo shelf system. Very practical and very functional when it comes to hauling the family around and all the luggage that comes with those road trips. And we could push the button, but why not just use the hands-free? It's there, might as well use it. These middle seats for the middle passengers do have fold-down armrests. Both of the front seats have seat backing, seat nets for storage. I do have these cooled seats on for the rear passengers, and wow, they are really comfortable on a hot day like today when it's 87 degrees. Grab handle right here, making it much easier to get in and out of the Sequoia. Running boards being at the position they're in, though, really make it easy enough to get in and out of the vehicle. It's not difficult at all. And for the front passenger door, again, the same layout as the rest of the vehicle. Only buttons over here are power lock, unlock, and window controls. 2 cup holder spaces down here with more storage and a storage area there, as well as your grab handle there. Very comfortable bolstering on these seats. Excellent quality, as you'd expect from Toyota. We do have stitching running this way here on each side of the passenger end of the dash. This is all soft to the touch here. We have our platinum labeled right there, and also that same pattern material that we see here, here, and on the doors in the front and the rear. That same pattern is right there. Locking glove box. Owner's manual with an organization tray in there. So there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this full tour, startup, and review of the 2023 Toyota Sequoia in the Platinum trim. Beautiful SUV, solid quality as you would expect from Toyota as always. I appreciate you all watching. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button before you go. Comment your thoughts on this video, on this vehicle, and also be sure to subscribe today so you don't miss any future videos just like this one. And if you'd like to see a test drive of this Sequoia, feel free to go ahead and check the description below where I've attached links for other videos on this Sequoia. Thanks so much again for watching. I will see you all in the next one.